Hi, Agnes. As usual, you're the first one. Good evening. How's everybody? Hi, Agnes. Thank you. You are always the first one. Thank you for joining. A couple of topics today. We have a couple of topics. I will just play music while we wait for people to join. Good evening, good evening. We'll just play some music while we wait for people to join. Welcome, welcome. We have Kuomboka fever. So we'll play some Lozi songs. Good evening, good evening. Good morning, good night. Greeting you in your time zone. Like as you join in, like the page, share the page so we can get more people to follow. We can get good ratings from Facebook. Can you like the page as you join? Like and share so we can get good ratings from Facebook. I'm going to play music as we join in. Facebook, I don't own the rights to the music. I'm just playing the music. So I don't own the rights to the music. Share as you join in. Share, guys, and also like the page so we can get good ratings from Facebook. Yes, so thank you for sharing and liking so we can get good ratings from Facebook. We don't own the rights to the music. Okay, that one is a bad recording. Sometimes I just want to. Mama Chichi, good to see you. You know? I do know. And I think I can help you with that. Really? You are going in an electric vehicle. Cedric, how are you? What is happening here? Good evening, good evening. That is just to bring in the Kuomboka fever. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. We are here. Good evening, good morning. Greeting you in your time zone. It's lunchtime here. It's 12:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are in California, and we have a lot of interesting stories, developing stories that are coming up that I'm going to talk about today. We have the Kuomboka drama that is unfolding throughout the country. And then we have the drought statement that was issued by the president yesterday. Also, we have a resignation of the commissioner at ACC. We'll look at that. And also, we have in the news a statement from the U.S. ambassador asking why the PF are not fielding candidates in the election. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about the illegal detention of opposition. Yes. I've seen that there are some people who have been detained illegally, and they have not been taken to court, or they have not been given their freedom to appear before a judge. You know, everyone must be, innocent until proven guilty in a church of law. I mean, in a court of law, sorry. Yes. So we are all presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So welcome. Those are the important topics that we are going to talk about. Also, I'll be reading your comments, so feel free to state your comments as well. So 5 topics here, but I want to talk about the Kuomboka ceremony first, because the Kuomboka ceremony is the, developing story, There's a lot of rumors happening around the Kuomboka ceremony. Yesterday, when we woke up to a video from a president the president of the Heritage Party, Sylvia Namwanganawa, issued a statement on behalf of the Barossa National Council. She issued a statement informing the country that Paramount Chief Chitimukulu would be the guest of honor at this year's Kuomboka ceremony, and that our president, she actually used a better, mild language, and she said they are persuading the president not to come to Kuomboka ceremony because he's not welcome. So that was the breaking news yesterday. But waking up today, we were being told that the Chitimukulu, Paramount Chief Chitimukulu has Paramount Chief Chitimukulu has sent his advance party of 10 men to Limulunga, there to Western Province, to prepare for the arrival of Paramount Chief Chitimukulu for the festivities this weekend. And also, on the other hand, we have heard that the government has sent over 100 armed policemen and tankers to Western Province. So, I don't know if this is true or not. You guys can confirm this unfolding story, that the government is sending troops to Western Province, and they don't want to back down. And I think they are sending troops to prepare the arrival of the president in Western Province. Okay, if this is not drama, then I don't know what drama is. Share people, invite people here. Invite people, let's discuss, So, this is happening. It's dramatic, guys. It's unreal, like what is happening to concerning this Kuomboka ceremony is like crazy, guys, So we are being told that the Republic of Zambia is sending troops to Western Province, armed troops. I don't know, soldiers, battalions, tankers. They are sending troops to Western Province to prepare for the arrival of the president there. But then, sorry guys, I'm sharing, I'm multitasking. But then, in the same vein, we are being told that the president is not welcome. But again, the government, of course, when a police is deployed in a certain region, it means it's the orders of the government. The president is the commander-in-chief, obviously. So this is what is happening. It's a scandal, another scandal, guys. Scandal after scandal. It's unbelievable. But yesterday, if you watch my live yesterday, I mentioned that I wish that the president could have. I wish that the president can de-escalate the situation instead of sending a police over there, or maybe just stay away. This is what I can advise before I move on to the next topic. On this topic of Kuomboka ceremony, we don't want any bloodshed or any civil unrest. The president has been told clearly he's not welcome. So I can advise the president to stay away. The president is the president of the Republic of Zambia. But I also want to say that these kingdoms, like Barossa Kingdom, has existed before Zambia, the nation. And there are people saying comments to say, no, there's no country called Barossa land. Yes, there is no country called Barossa land, but there is a kingdom called Barossa land, and every government has to recognize that, because that kingdom of Barossa land was existing before Zambia, the nation, was born. And there were agreements which were made between the Barossa royal establishment with the Queen of England at the time of independence. So for these governments to come and discount Barossa land like it's nothing, that is an act of aggression. I am lozi myself. Kina mulozi. Nizakwashe shekesha. I am lozi from Sesheke. So that's why, you know, I'm really interested to follow this topic of Barose land and how it's unfolding. But the unfortunate situation is, you know, HH received all his support from the Western province to ascend to power in the 2021 elections. So I think HH, the president, must do his due diligence to meet with the Barose royal establishment and have cordial discussions with these people instead of acting aggressively. Every Zambian must know to say, in Zambia, there were kingdoms that happened, that were existing in Zambia before Zambia were colonized. And even the colonizers, when they came, they made agreements with these kingdoms and the chiefs to create Zambia as a country. So the Republic of Zambia is only 60 years old. It's young. This the Barose kingdom has been existing for a very long time. I have to do my history and research. I will do a research about the history of this Barose kingdom so that we talk from knowledge and the facts. Because the fact is, Barose royal establishment has been in existing for, I think, 300 years. I was watching a documentary about the Kuomboka ceremony, and they were saying that that ceremony is one of the biggest ceremonies in Africa, and they have practiced that Kuomboka ceremony for over 300 years. Mark my words, the Kuomboka ceremony has been there from over 300 years. So every government that comes in Zambia has to acknowledge the existence. There is no country called Barose land, but there is a kingdom. Two different things. The kingdom has existed for over 300 years, and that must be respected. So we continue to watch the space as this Barose drama unfolds. We hope the troops that have been sent there will be sent in peace, because the Barose establishment has also said no regalia. So if you are going there, please do not wear regalia or flashing any symbols. This is a cultural event which is supposed to be enjoyed by everyone. It's a global event. People fly in from all over the world. I have seen the stage being constructed there for the concerts and whatnot. It's supposed to be a happy moment. So for me, my advice is the government should back down on this one and let the Barose people enjoy this ceremony without interference. Do not ruin this Kuomboka ceremony for the people. I think last year it was cancelled. The Kuomboka ceremony didn't happen last year. It is supposed to happen annually. So this year, all I can do is I beg the government, the New Dawn government, to back down and let this Kuomboka ceremony happen peacefully according to the wish of the Baroye royal establishment. So I end here on this topic of Kuomboka ceremony. Then I want to say there is a drought statement where the president has issued a statement about the hunger situation in Zambia and how much they need to help people, citizens who are affected by this hunger. I'm going to give my take on this. So my take on this statement that the president has issued, actually begging for money to buy food, for me, I think it's rather shameful for the president to issue a statement begging for money from the international communities for the hunger crisis. And these are the reasons why I think it is shameful for the president to start begging for help in this hunger crisis in the country. Yes, so the president has appealed for support towards this drought relief, and he says the government urgently needs to raise 22.2 billion kwacha to meet the target budget of 23 billion kwacha required for the implementation of saving life and sustaining humanitarian recovery needs. So the president is actually begging for humanitarian aid. And I say shame on this government to actually go and beg, because one, this government came in and they sold our millennium. They sold the millennium reserves. If the millennium reserves were not sold, we would have enough food to sustain the population. Two, this government came and they gave tax holiday. If this government did not give tax holiday, we would have enough money to sustain the masses. Three, we have trucks of Sugilite that were stolen. If we can find those trucks of Sugilite, that is enough money to sustain this hunger crisis. Four, we have mines all over the country. We have mines all over the country. Emerald mines, copper mines, gold mine, uranium mine, lithium mine, cobalt mine, manganese, nickel. Why can't they mine these minerals and sell these minerals and pay for this instead of going to beg? Who is going to give them the money when they know that Zambia is sitting on minerals, but we are begging? We are begging because of our lack of planning. It is a shame, is all I can say. It is a shame for a government which is headed by an economist to go out there and start begging for food aid. When they came in, there was a surplus millennium. They sold it off. They gave mining taxes. Now they found also 3 billion in a Bank of Zambia reserve, and they have also borrowed 5 billion. That is what we are told to say. They are borrowing heavily. So now they are asking for more money, but with the money that they are borrowing, where is it going? These are the questions that must be answered. You know, we need to see a financial statement, income and expenditure, a balance sheet. In short, we need to see the balance sheet of Zambia, so we see how much has these UPND people they have borrowed in their time of office, and what they have spent it on, and where is their money, and where is the money going? Because now they are looking for 22.2 billion for this hunger crisis. They are looking for 22.2 billion. This is crazy, guys. It is crazy, and it is shameful for this government to start begging. How can a country be begging for money when we have minerals? Can't we just take those minerals and sell them? And they pay for the hunger crisis? First of all, they created this hunger crisis, and they sold the millennium. Where is the money that they got from selling the millennium? They are exporting power. Where is the money? There is load shedding in the rainy season. What is going to happen in the dry season? So that is my statement on that. This appeal for the food crisis, I think I don't know. These people need to be serious. They need to revoke the mining licenses. They need to start mining all these minerals, sugilite, lithium, and whatever, and pay for these things instead of putting the country in further debt. Why do they want to put the country in further debt when they can mine the minerals and the minerals can pay for this food crisis that we have? That is my question. Yes. So I am talking here, I'm actually not talking to the government. I am talking to the Zambians. So they see what type of government they put in place. They are responsible. It's a responsibility. And they want to continue putting the government in the country in debt. So I'm actually addressing Zambians. Those all the Zambians must know to say this government that they put in place is irresponsible. I am not addressing the government because the government, they know what they are doing. They have an agenda to dig a deep hole of debt in Zambia. That is what they want. It is all intentional. That's why they sold mini mill. Who does that? Kutu, kutu, how can you sell your reserve? In their homes themselves, they have money. They have money in their homes, which are in the banks. They are not broke. So why can't they apply the same principles they are managing their personal lives to how they manage the country? Why? That's a $1 million question. We have seen the registration of the director of ACC and all the seizure of property. For that, I can say it's long overdue. We needed ACC to swing into action and and do all they are doing now 3 years ago. Whatever ACC is doing now is long overdue. That is all I can say on that ACC thing. And then also I want to comment on Milingo deal, like people who have millions of dollars in their personal account and they are negotiating deals with the ACC, and these deals are happening at the State House because ACC has moved to State House. What kind of transparency is there? If you can negotiate deals for people who are accused in corruption at the State House, what kind of transparency is there? This is my question. And why are these people not being arrested? They are just saying they are going to surrender money. But let a small boy steal a loaf of bread, he will rot in jail. Which brings me to some people who are still languishing in jail. Some PF cadres are languishing in jail without being given the right to go to court and be judged. That this is illegal. You don't government. You say that you are always preaching the rule of law will prevail, but you behave opposite from the rule of law. So we demand that the people you are being detained be given a trial and sentence, or a bail, police bond, whatever, be signed, release them and give them court dates so that they can be tried within the laws of the land. It's unfair for you to be holding people in detention for no reason. That is torture. And remember, the same things you are doing to these PF people or anybody who is against you, it is going to also to happen to you. If you kill by the sword, you die by the sword. So we are just appealing that you apply the law equally. The illegal detentions must stop. People must be charged, taken to court, given bail or whatever, and prosecuted. So that is that on the arrests. And I am now talking about the U.S. ambassador. You saw a statement where the U.S. ambassador is asking why PF is not partaking in the U.S. in the polls. Like if there is an election, there is no one from the PF ticket on the ballot. Why is that? And if you follow what I posted on my page, I said this question must be asked to Miles Sampa. Miles Sampa should be the one to answer why there are no candidates on the ballot for PF. And also the registrar of societies and also ECZ. The whole world must know that Zambia is now in a mini dictator. This government is controlling which party can field candidates on any election, and which is really sad and pathetic, to say the least. What are you scared of? If you deliver your promises, why are you scared of facing your opposition in the ballot paper? They are even scared of facing. They are even scared of facing the opposition, even on social media here. They are blocking our pages. They are censoring our pages. So whoever, I saw an article to say by Emmanuel Mwamba is going to meet the U.S. ambassador. They must also let the U.S. ambassador know that people are being detained illegally. Anyone who says something, they follow that person, arrest them, and, you know, some of them are being charged, but some of them are being held illegally. The whole world must know that this government is now a dictator. They are censoring our pages, a heavy interference. Some of our pages are blacked out in Zambia right now. You have to kind of look for my page to see it. And this same page that they are blacking out, I use this same page to campaign for UPND. This same page, Queen Pumi page, I use this same page to campaign for UPND. But now, because they are in power and they don't want anyone to oppose him, UPND is blacking out my page in Zambia. So the US ambassador must know to say there is heavy censorship on social media and intimidation. People are even scared of commenting. If someone comments, there's the praise singers follow those people and go to the comments and threaten them. If someone just makes a video to say I am hungry, I am hungry, kurinjala, they follow those people and tell them to stop complaining about hunger. This is the government of HH. The hunger they created in Saraiba, because PF left food, enough food in the reserves. So they sell all the food in the reserve. And we don't know where that money went. And now there's a hunger crisis and they are going to beg money. It's a shame, really. And I'm not speaking here to the government. Someone was saying, oh, even if you talk to the government, I am talking to the Zambian people. That's why they are blocking my page, because they can see what I'm saying here, but they are blocking the page from the public. Them, they are seeing what I'm saying, but they don't want the public to know what is actually going on. It's a form of dictatorship. So that's why I'm asking all of you to follow our page on TikTok and also on YouTube. YouTube, the page is called Africa and Beyond. I'll post the link here. And TikTok, it's Queen Pumi. People need to know what's happening. Yes. Yes. So that's that. On this, the U.S. ambassador making a comment. Actually, I will write to the U.S. ambassador myself to say, actually, I've been threatened by this new Dawn government and their praise singer. I'm going to write to the U.S. ambassador. It's very easy to communicate to the U.S. to the U.S. ambassador. Very easy. All of you can communicate. It's a public website and there's an email there. So even me, I'll write to them to say, one, they are censoring my page. Two, they are threatening me, so I'm scared for my life, even to go to Zambia. I will write to them so that if anything happened to me, this new Dawn government and their praise singers will be held responsible. Yes. Everything is on the fingertips. It's just by a click of a button. So Zambian people, you should send the emails to the US ambassador and complain about what UPND is doing to you. Not only UN Ambassador, there are many human rights organizations, Amnesty International, and all those organizations. Write to them and tell them about your experiences. If you are a victim, upload your documents on those sites. Yes, you can start by reporting to the US ambassador because he has asked. There is Amnesty International, there is Interpol, there are many human rights organizations out there. I think I'll bring the links on the page so that we start reporting this government to these international human rights organizations. We put them on the spot. Yeah, so people, I am going to bring links on here. I'm going to post the links after this video. I am going to post the links of all international human rights organizations, and we start reporting. And also follow me on YouTube, Africa and Beyond. Follow me on TikTok. We have to shine a light on the injustices that are happening in Zambia. We cannot allow Zambia to be taken to the dark ages. Zambia cannot be a one-party state. We have to continue talking, and we have to expose all the dictatorship that is happening in Zambia. Yes, if you have a problem with that, deal with it. Because Zambia police now is a wing of UPND, so we can't report anything to Zambia police. So I am asking you, start reporting whatever problem that is there. Start reporting to international organizations. And Zambia will be put on investigations to see what is actually happening in the country. Because this is unacceptable and it's uncalled for, you know? Mao Sampa took a party away and now he can't even field candidates. So why did Mao Sampa become president if he can't field candidates for PF? Why? Why did Mao Sampa become a president of PF if he can't field candidates of PF? They are killing democracy. That is killing democracy. And the PF is the largest opposition party in the country. Now, if PF is killed, then we have no opposition. We are going to go back to one-party states. And this is not healthy for Zambia. It's not healthy for Zambia to go back to one-party state. That's why I'm saying all of you start reporting this new Dawn government to international organizations. And if you make a report, your name is confidential. They don't disclose who reported. So don't be scared or don't be intimidated. We cannot go back to one-party state. No, that can never happen. But if you people are quiet, Zambia will turn into a full dictatorship. Full dictatorship with nothing. Zambia will be finished. People are already dying of hunger. Look at what is happening in the country. We can't allow this government to continue another term. They have failed. Now they are putting, it's like they are selling our country. The people who are going to give this government that money, they are going to obviously ask for collateral. A person or a country can't just give you 22 billion. They are going to ask for collateral. Hi, Cynthia. So what that means is when they go to borrow more money again, they are going to sell a piece of Zambia. At the end of it, Zambia yonse bakashitisha ndemye bafye. Na mwikala mulelumba. Zambia baleshitisha because they created this whole same thing. Takwabo muntu aisafye ashitisha obunga bonse. This whole hunger thing is created. Publicly, the president wrote a statement asking for money, appealing for people to give Zambia money. So why should Zambia appeal to for money when we have mines? Can they go to the Bakaja or Perempia? We have the largest emerald mines in Zambia. Why can they go to Kajam? And those mines, the people who own Kajam, they can actually negotiate with them. They have minerals, emerald ingi sana Zambia. Kuti baimba emerald bashitisha. Baimba gold bashitisha. Bashitefya kudia. But why are they bent on every time borrowing money? Why? Tuanaka na imwe by UPND. Tuanaka na imwe. You are bringing more problems to Zambia. More problems than I ever imagined. If I knew that this is what your plan was, I would never have campaigned for you. You land that where was I when they were gassing? You don't know me. But praising with the social media. But my pocket change. Papa social media because if you were there in 2020 or 2021, you would have seen me that I was campaigning for UPND based on their 10-point plan. Number 10-point plan, they have flashed the 10-point plan in the toilet. They have flashed the 10-point plan in the toilet. And now we are back to begging. Yeah? It is shameful to beg, especially a country which is the second largest producer of copper in Africa and among the top 10 producer of copper in the world. We are there to beg when we have minerals. Eh? This government is back at recolonizing, self-recolonizing Zambia. But you know, this thing of using Yunza, just stay away. Actually, at this point, I think Yunza should be closed because they are busy every time students are graduating with no jobs. So what is the point of having Yunza when thousands of university graduates are languishing in the streets with no jobs? For me, if I had the power, I would just close that Yunza until further notice. Because you are using those kids for your evil agendas. And the older kids have to grow to realize that they are being used. So if you want and all these universities, parents are sacrificing, spending thousands of dollars, sending their children to get degrees when they cannot get a job, you know. If commission, you have seen the video that has surfaced to say they have not even finished doing the piping and the sewer lines are not complete. It's all fictitious, you know. It is a show to show that they are doing something. If in Busuba could the structures, piping, you also have a push. How can you govern a country with lies on top of lies? Lies on top of lies, you know. Koka, Abena Zambia, Koka. These people, they don't mean well for Zambia. And they are giving away mines as collateral. Ama mine yonse by the time bakala mapwaba, ama mine yonse aba, yakaba minwe yama investors and them, they will be owning those mines with the foreign investor. Efikachitika. Balungu nangu mubatukane bali womba. You cannot match Lungu's record. Nakambo suka yakene oko mwakule kabula na ma window na plaster. Aka kapit latrine because we have been told that the sewer pipes are not complete. How can you match a toilet? Elo babula kambo swaka kale at PF. PF those townships, yeah, Kwacha and whatever, they were built by Roy Welensky. Tiamu Feduro. PF never did any work over there. You have seen the work that PF has done. John Massachusetts Airport, all those world-class facilities that PF has built. But the days of lying in politics are over because of social media. Social media, Lisa. But you know what? I end here. I just want to say Kuomboka ceremony is another, scandal that is going to happen. I just wish the government of UPND can back down and let these Barose people celebrate their ceremony in peace. This Kuomboka ceremony has been happening for 300 years. The kingdom is older than Zambia. So let government respect our culture and our chiefs and our kingdoms. Yes. Government come and go. In Zambia, how many governments have ruled Zambia? How many parties? UNI, PMMD, PF number UPND. In a time of 60 years. But Barose Royal Establishment has always been there. It's a kingdom. You have to recognize those people and stand clear of their ceremonial cultural activities, because you just bring confusion in the country. Yes. So that is that, guys. That is that. We are just saying that the time of politics because of social media. Even if you block, you censor Facebook, this page is heavily censored, and I'm saying that ambassador, they should also make a statement that tell the ambassador that the country's social media space is being censored, So I'm asking you, Zambians, if you have access, just connect via VPN. But Oscar, I have to change the platform because this one won't let you add me. Won't let me add you. Oh, okay. I'm assuming. Hello, are you there?
Yeah.
No picture. Can you try joining there with that Mwansa account?
Okay. I've seen that it is coming. The name which is coming is Dimi Keys. Dimi Keys is the name which is appearing.
Yeah. So that person blocked them.
Yeah.
So they have intercepted you.
Yeah.
Okay, hi people. We are switching pages, so we are going live on the other page. Thank you for following. So Oscar can join. Good night. Thank you.